childrens. How are you? Hope you are enjoying your vacation in a very good way and hope your family and you are safe. Everyone is praying that you should be safe. Okay, you wanted to know like why exactly I'm here? I want to talk about a faith. Do you know what is faith? A faith is trusting or completely depending on someone. A faith is a strong belief rather than asking for proof. Okay, so now you're confused like what I'm saying? I'll make it very clear to you right now. Do you love birds? Where have you seen the birds? It should be near your premises or any nature's park. But here I have a bird which is in a cage. See how the bird is in a very sad mood because it's in the cage. Do you want this bird to be released? First, you should have faith that this bird should come out of the cage. Let's see. The countdown begins. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh. Very good. Now the bird is out of the cage. Very good. I want to share you a small story. The bird which came out of the cage. In Bible, there was a man known as Peter who was in a jail. People were earnestly praying that Peter should be released. The angel of God appeared when, just like the bird was in the cage, Peter was in the cage, in the jail. So, the prayers were heard. The angel of God released Peter and informed to go. Do you have Bible? In Bible, we have a chapter known as 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verses 7. It says that we walk by faith, not by sight. I told you earlier that faith is rather not asking for proof but having a strong belief. So children of your age should have a strong belief in God, and we should obey the God's word. We should obey the Bible so that God can use us in a mightily way. I want to show one more example to you. Here is a black cup, right? A black cup, which you'll feel it's a very black cup. What is going to do? We need to wait for some time. So anything that you need to achieve, you need to have a faith. God says that He is looking for the children who are regularly looking up to God by faith. They should read the Bible, they should obey the God, they should fear God, everything. Oh, do you obey? Do you fear God? Do you have faith in God? So God will use mightily for His glory. Oh, see, I told you earlier, now the black cup turned into wonderful things, right? Wonderful colors. So if you have a faith, God can work wonderful miracles like this. One more example I can show to you. There is a mustard seed. Have you seen mustard seed? I'll show you. This is a mustard seed. It's very tiny in size. It's very tiny in size. But Bible says if you have a mustard seed, it's very small. If you have a faith like a mustard seed, you can move the mountains. How can children move the mountains? Do we have a muscles like to move the mountains? No. God says, if you have a faith like a small mustard seed, you can move the mountains. Means you can overcome all the problems like the mountains. You can overcome. Do you believe? You should have a faith like a mustard seed, and you should have a faith in Jesus Christ. Okay, I want to end up this thing to share a small story. There was a hostel with lot of children. They were regularly getting sick. Someone gets a fever, someone gets a cough. So when the hostel identified what was the reason, they identified it. Behind the hostel there was a mountain. Because of this, in hostels the sunlight was, they were not getting enough sunlight. So the children were getting regularly sick. And the missionary Amma, who was regularly visiting the children, were taught them, if you have a faith like a mustard seed, you can move the mountains. So after many days, missionary's mummy got sick, so she went to visit her. After many months, she came again to the hostel. Then the taxi driver took the different route. The missionary ma'am asked, taxi driver, why are you taking this route? He told, this is the correct route to the hostel. So once she reached the hostel, the children came running like to share this faith with her. The missionary ma'am told one day that if you have a faith like a mustard seed, you can move the mountains. So what has happened? The children realized that we need to pray. They prayed with faith. So after many days, what has happened? When the children started praying, the government decided that to remove the mountain from behind the hostel. Now the children's prayers were heard. I want to share one thing, that if you children have faith just like the children which they have prayed, so you need to pray for this country. You pray before God with all the faith, like a mustard seed can move the mountains. If you have a faith like a mustard seed, it can move the mountains. If you earnestly pray, like all the countries and all the people should be healed from the COVID-19. So you always pray and God will hear your prayers. Thank you. Have faith in Jesus. Have faith in Bible words and fear God. Bye bye. Enjoy your vacation. Meet you soon.